Oh wow, everything's broken. I was gonna do a wind-up into this here, but I didn't in the end because everything's totally broken. I can estimate the current number of people listening to me before this gets to WP2 right now is about, like, 2. Hello everybody. Welcome to the bonus stream that doesn't even have an intro. This is gonna be bad. Hold on, I gotta advertise stuff. I was gonna go get coffee, and now I basically can't. But today's stream for everybody, we basically, as you can see there in the title, it's called an outstanding Wriggle. I'm doing sort of a bonus little stream here, specifically to deal with something to do with spuds and guild stuff. So we will talk about POF and stuff will be going on, but generally speaking, this is going to be about sorting out the guild thing, which has been outstanding. As you guys know, I don't usually stream on this day. This is totally unannounced. Yes, it's not Saturday. There you go. Finally, we get a comment in. Netco00. It's not Saturday yet. No. But yeah, hello, Risker369. I hope you're having a good day at work. And I hope everything's all good. So yeah, let me just tweet this out, guys. This was not how this was supposed to go. Apparently, when I made the post show and the post show and the post show, I broke all of my overlays and things. So we can't use many things. We can at least use this though. So we've got gameplay, and that's all that really matters. So hold on. Should I tweet about this? Yeah, I've been tweeting enough. All right. So that's that. And now let me just tell the people in Discord as well. Such high quality. Do you know what I want to do? I keep watching back at my stream. Oh, I'll tell that story in a second. Hold on. All right. The specifically Spud stream. Awesome. Oh, wow. I just had a sub. Thank you so much, Fenwicko. You might want to hold your subs and stuff for another stream where, you know, we're scheduled and we properly announced it and all of that good stuff. Oh, my gosh. Dang it, WP. I was watching your merciless rev run. I can't watch you on stereo. You can run 2 streams at once. It would just not make any sense. It would just be totally weird and odd, and it wouldn't really be something you can squeeze into your brain. So anyway, here we go. Hopefully, now, I should set up the ducking correctly here, such that while I'm talking, the loading screen volume goes down. Great, cool. Nasicus says, dare me to subscribe, Woody Potatoes. I dare you to... What? That's basically just begging. No, I do not dare you to subscribe. Do what you want. Actually, I'll tell you my story now. I keep watching back my own streams, and I don't know... People have been so loving and lovely and amazing and nice and wonderful lately. Oh my god, did he do it? Let's have a look here. Yes, he did, Nasicus. Thank you very much. People have been so loving and giving all these subs and things. But it means that my streams... I think my streams are terrible at the moment. I really do. They're just me talking about... Please click my buy link, please. Please subscribe to me. Thank you for the money, please. It's just over and over and over. I kind of want to do a stream where I was thinking of calling it, I apologize my French coming up here. I was thinking of calling it the no bullshit stream, where I treat it like a YouTube video. And we have no overlays, we have none of that going on. And it's kind of like spitting in the face of people being nice to me, but I feel like the quality would go up a little bit. I should do what some of the other people on the scene are doing and just put my buy link and stuff straight in the title. Just throw it in people's face in the best possible way I can. But anyway, this secret stream is not super major. It's an outstanding thing that ideally 2-3 weeks ago would have been finished. And I've got about an hour before I go back to doing other POF stuff. And I thought, look, let's just get this done. I won't let this beat me. I won't get swamped under. I'm going to finish this. And yeah, it's basically about the balloons. And I know not a lot of people care about the balloons. But any spuds Specifically, this is a love letter to you, Spud. I feel bad about Spud at the moment because I've been so busy, so bogged down with other stuff that's going on. I've barely been able to play Guild Wars. I've barely talked... Well, I've talked a reasonable amount to the Game Masters, but less than I usually do. I've not been able to be in Discord so much. It's kind of sucked. I've not been as present as I should be. So this stream is a love letter to the Spuds out there. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do the tour of the Balloon Hall, and then we're gonna move on with our lives. We're actually gonna set up for the next 5 weeks one final Heart of Thorns Guild Hall theme. Because when the expansion comes out, when Path of Fire comes out, let's log in here. As you guys know, in Path of Fire, there is a new guild hall. They only did one, and it's kind of weird the way that they did it, because you need Heart of Thorns to claim it and stuff, and all the scribing stuff is still based on Heart of Thorns materials, and so on and so on and so on. So it's kind of weird the way that everything's worked. But, oh man. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, so it's kind of weird the way a lot of stuff works. Sorry about that, guys. But we're basically going to be swapping to that hall. We might do a second branch. Oh my god, what? Ooh, I forgot about this. Oh, guys. Join the fight for Tyrion's future now. Pre-purchase Guild Wars 2 Path of Fire. No, don't click this. Don't click learn more. Alt-tab and go to your favorite content creator. Brilliant. Yeah, so we're going to be having a new hall, and we're going to have new stuff to look at. We might even make a new branch of Spud specifically to build that hall up and see what the dialogue and stuff is like, and that could all be very fun. But so where does that leave our current halls? Well, maybe a little bit in the dust. So that's what today's about. I'm going to close off the balloon stream. We are global capped. I already made sure we are just a second ago. And then we're going to go ahead. Now, EU Guild Missions is currently on. Is it me, or does WP sound different? I might sound different because I'm not using my channel strip right now, and instead I've just got the gain bumped up massively, so there will be some slight changes in the way my audio is tuned, especially on OBS. So where's the cat NPC? Yeah, I don't have the cat commander tag. I don't have any of the cat toys. I'm saving all of that for when I can play it with Boots. I'm sure we'll be very excited. W. Portin says, I saw Ritlock's legendary sword, Sahothin, was in the data mining. Looks insane in game. Do you think it's something we can get our hands on in the expansion? No, I don't know. They put a lot of NPC gear and stuff in on chat codes. Maybe it will be some kind of legendary or something coming up, but I'm not really sure. There's been a bit of debate as to whether those things are spoilers or not, and I would just reiterate, I don't know whether I consider them spoilers, but I would at least reiterate what Shaman said on his actual thread. He said, don't be a douche and just throw this information in people's face, which is kind of what W. Portin did there. People might not want to know that that sword has any relevance to the story, and you've just kind of announced it in front of everyone. So be cautious of that, specifically with map chat in game, right? I mean, if you ask me, if you're watching a content creator, if you're watching streams, you're going to expect to be spoiled to some extent anyway. It's what sort of more fool you, in my opinion. But here, I haven't even logged in on this account since friggin' One Path Ends launched. And I have 14 copper. I don't know why I have 14 copper, but I moved every penny over to the giveaway. Every single penny. We got nothing. We got Jack. We can't even guild. We can't even waypoint, but that's okay because all we need to do is go to the guild hall. So yeah, apparently EU missions are going on. If someone at EU missions is doing it right now and is in the squad, if I can get a squad invite, that would be pretty cool. And in the meantime, I'll just chat with people. So something very exciting. I don't know how much he wants me to talk about it, guys, but there is a programmer on the scene who, oh, I don't know. Should I be cagey about this? He would probably want me to tell people. There's going to be a really exciting video. I haven't done a video on Reshade for a long time. Reshade's had numerous updates, and it's changed quite a lot. But, wow, hold on. I'm sorry. I just saw that Fingerlights is in chat. Fingerlights, you're a year sub. You never stopped, dude. Sorry, a 2-year sub. That's crazy. You got your gold potato. Fingerlights, that's so awesome, man. For people that don't know, Fingerlights is like a long-term fan. He's been watching a while. He used to be very present at a lot of the streams. He's been away a bit more recently. I would have assumed he dropped his sub, but he didn't. The whole time, 2 years, dude. Wow. He says, I can't find the reference, but I was fairly surprised when Cogs of War, Path of Fire, was being treated as something separate to Heart of Thorns. I seem to remember during the FTP controversy, they said all future expansions would come with all previous content. Not a bad thing, but it's interesting. Actually, that's not true. What they actually said, which is a little deceptive, what they actually said was that they would always offer a single price for everything. That's what they said. Now, we could have interpreted that as meaning all future expansions will have all old content too. But technically speaking, that's not what that means. And it's still true that with this release, they have offered a single purchase price for everything. There is a bundle of Heart of Thorns plus Path of Fire available. I don't know. They should give a proper brand to that. That should be called like Guild Wars Complete or something. You know, that should be known as like a complete account or a full account or whatever stupid marketing gimmick they want to put on it. They should do that because as time goes forward, that's going to become more and more pronounced. But yeah, so you do get a discount for having both together. They do offer a single price for both. So that's sort of the way that they did it. Anyway, it's great to see you there, dude. Jerry, also, we got another 2-yearer here. You guys, legends. And welcome for the first month. What was that? Hazel Sun? Sorry, Hazed Sun. Hazed Sun. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, what was I talking about? Yeah, so guild missions are going on. As you guys know, I actually think guild mission streams are ridiculously boring. I think they're one of the worst things you can do with Guild Wars 2 as a content creator. But here we are. I don't know. I literally, we need money for waypoints. We actually need money. I can't even teleport to a friend. Oh, can I? Oh, I can. Cool. You don't even need them friended. Huh. What class will I play for the weekend? Probably Ellie, but maybe Spellbreaker, actually. Good question. Oh, no. I don't really care because the elite specializations aren't on the weekend. I can't believe I just made that mistake and threw everyone off. Yeah, it's just the regular stuff, so I don't know. Probably Ellie. Probably Ellie. Nice, sturdy, Zealot's Ellie, I think. Zealot's Ellie is really fun in the open world. When you trade air and you give yourself Fury and stuff, and a bit of fresh air on it, I really like it. That's what I run mostly. Very, very smooth, reasonable kill times. It's nice. I still want someone to produce some videos that talk about, like, open world meta. I know that's boring to most of us, but I think it's an interesting area of buildcraft. What is the most comfortable build that is also fast, that also has quality of life, like stealth for communes and things? Whew. By the way, Lightning Hammer is so fun. For all the whinging that this patch has got, I don't know when this happened, guys. I'm not going to get too high horsey and ranty. But at some point, the Guild Wars 2 community seems to have decided, has this consensus now, that nerfs is equal to bad design. I don't know where that came from, but this is school, this is, you know, child's play. This is ridiculous. Nerf does not mean bad design. You getting nerfed is not bad design. It's so ridiculous. But people just seem to take that as granted. If I didn't get buff in this patch, it was a bad patch. Fucking hell. Like, what insanity. I'll tell you what, though. There have been some great flavor updates this one. I love what they did with Lightning Hammer for open world. It's so fun. That new 4 feels awesome, especially after giving yourself the quickness on the 2. Bit of super speed on there. Fun, 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 fun. Really cool. All right, so, yeah, this is a guild mission. We're going to go to the hall after this. I just wanted to come here to make everyone know. Yeah, if you guys are in Discord, if you've got friends in Spud, if you've got anyone even remotely associated with Spud, hi, this stream's for you. We're gonna film the balloons and we're gonna get this done. And this is not gonna be the longest of streams. But yeah, Reshade. I want to talk about Reshade, right? The Reshade thing. I haven't done a video on it for a long time. It's actually changed quite a lot since the most recent video I did, and it's a little bit annoying to install. It's not like totally brain dead to install, so I've had a lot of people asking me, how do I do it? So I kind of want to do a video for that purpose, but there is a programmer on the scene. Reshade went open source lately, or a while back. It went open source. And so someone has actually, I won't name names or anything until the video comes out. Someone has actually taken that and built a Guild Wars 2 specific Reshade. That does some really exciting stuff. Really exciting stuff. And we're going to announce it and reveal it to everyone. Hopefully as soon as possible. We're just working some wriggles out. Or he's working some wriggles out. And then, and by the way, it's going to be, in theory, a really cool thing to run in the new expansion areas. If the draw distance is genuinely further out, it's going to be really fun to run in those. So we will see. But yeah, so that's a little thing that I've got on my mind as well at the moment. Christ, such underwater. Much wow. Waldy says, what about Power Reaper? Yeah, I know. I was very disappointed in this patch. I've got a post on Reddit about it. I was very disappointed that Power Reaper didn't get anything, really. I mean, but again, I like the flavor changes. I like the shake-ups on Lich and stuff. I really do think it was a very comprehensive patch. I don't get what I don't understand. People seem to not only think that nerfs equals bad design, but they think that being negative is equal to being constructive. I don't, like, honestly, how adolescent is our mindset? Seriously, it's ridiculous. I think there was a lot of interesting things that this patch did. And, like, people are blind to so many obvious things, right? Can someone tell me in chat, ignore the current events of today, ignore everything, right? From a top-level design perspective, why... It's a very simple answer, okay? Why has Power Reaper always been tuned to be lower, for example, than Power Tempest? Why? Why Necromancer in general? Why has Necromancer been tuned to be lower? Why? There's a very simple, obvious... When you take a broad perspective of the game and you don't just tunnel vision into raids, when you take a broad perspective... Because Necro doesn't die. There you go. Because Necro is very sustainy. At its core, it is a sustainy thing with its Shroud. Not perfectly sustainy, but it is more sustainy than the rest, which means it will do less damage than the rest. That is, whether they've gone too far, whether, you know, we can have discussions of degrees of severity, definitely, right? But whether they've gone too far or not, right? That, at its core, is why you've always seen Necro, at least there, be a little bit lower. And there's lots of other discussions to get into, like, why is Condi damage allowed to be competitive while power isn't, especially when Condi has parasitic contagion and shit like that. That's all perfectly fair. But this is a top-level thing, right? And so when a patch comes in that reduces the sustain of Shroud-heavy stuff, do you not realize that that is freeing up the budget to later put more big dick damage on the class, right? And nobody sees that. That's so obvious that that's what that patch is. That's so obvious. And there was a secondary patch which upped the base sustain of Shroud anyway to stop you being forced into taking the trait. So you're like, you know, I see a nerf to a trait like that, and I say, oh, good, they're reining that in a little bit so that they can stop being so scared to put a lot more damage on where it counts. Easy. That's so obvious what's going on, but all anyone will do is nerf in the meantime. It's so ridiculous. Anyway, I hate balance patches. I hate what the community becomes. I hate the dim-witted vitriol that is spurted out of basically everyone's mouth around a balance patch. I get incredibly high horsey on balance patches, and I probably shouldn't talk about balance patches. I at least know that I'm ignorant enough about the game to make truly informed decisions, and that's coming after well over 10,000 hours of gameplay. I think I'd be a lot less annoyed by it if people stopped acting like authorities on balance when discussing what they liked or more often didn't like about balance. But that's the internet for you, I guess. Warrior or Guardian, what's better to main for PvE? I think Warrior currently, but you're not going to get any good answers to that. You're not going to get any good answers to that. Look at how ridiculous this balance patch was, right? In a sub-patch, they just changed the way that Bleed and Confusion works. And, like, radically changed the way that, like, Mirage potentially will work. Even currently standing Condi Mesmers. Even currently standing Revenants. Like, in a sub-patch, there's so much changing at the moment, right? Like... I would seriously, my advice to any new person is pick the class you want to play based on favor. And people embedded in the community don't realize this anymore, but Guild Wars 2 is actually pretty good for classes being on par with one another, generally speaking. And when compared to the rest of the MMO scene, I mean specifically. So it's less of an important decision than various areas of the internet will lead you to believe. How does Bleeding Confusion work now? Well, there's still conditions that do damage over time, passively, but do more damage if the enemy is moving or if the enemy is activating skills. That's still true. But what they did was they narrowed the margins between those two damage numbers. So Torment now does more damage passively, but less on enemies walking around. And Confusion does more damage passively and is less reliant on enemies activating skills. This is only a PvE change. And so they've done that because enemies in PvE generally don't move that much, and enemies in PvE generally don't activate skills that rapidly. As always, it's 50% the job of the balance team and 50% the job of the content creators to get this stuff right. So, like, I was thinking about this yesterday. One of my disappointments with Path of Fire so far, because I was trying to think, because someone asked me this on a Q&A as well, right? Like, they said, what's your least favorite thing? And I was like, shit, I need an actual answer for that. Otherwise, I'm just going to look like a lunatic Raven fanboy. So I really started thinking about it. And for some other reasons, I was thinking about it too. But one of the things I realized I am disappointed in is these elite specializations that are coming up. I've got tons of boon rip. Tons of it. So if I'm going to have a lot of fun playing a Spellbreaker in PvE, you'd best hope there's a lot of boons for me to rip. If I'm going to have fun playing a Scourge in PvE, you'd best hope that, you know, otherwise all these traits and skills and things, I'm not going to be excited about unlocking them and using them. So what I want to see, and what I've wanted to see for ages in Guild Wars, is them to put more boons on enemies. They should reduce the flat damage of enemies, the baseline damage of enemies, but give them might. So it's the same enemy doing the same amount of damage, but there's a bit of counterplay available to people with Boon Rip because they can get rid of that might or flip that might or steal that might, right? That's all fun. That's more mechanic. That should be there in PvE. And same with protection. Enemies should have less health but have protection on them, in 30% less health but have protection permanently on them, and you can deal with that. That should be a thing, like, without a doubt to me. And if it's a server thing, they're like, oh, we can't have all these rolling buffs on all the mobs around. Have them only apply them in combat. If that's still, like we see with fractals, or if that's still a problem, at least do it in story instances, where that's irrelevant anyway. At least. So yeah, like, that's one of my disappointments. But my point there is, right, this is an illustration of something, that it's not just on the balance team, it's on the content creators, right? And I mean the content designers, sorry. Jeez, that's weird to get those two terms conflated. It's the raid team's job to create a boss that activates skills very quickly so the confusion builds can shine. It's the raid team's job to make a boss that kites around a lot so that torment can shine. You know, it's both. And so far the raid team do that very slowly, I think. The fractal team is pretty good at it, especially with like break bars and doing interesting break bar mechanics. I think they're okay. But you know, it's a mix of both, and that's something that really annoys me as well when balanced discussion comes out, that people don't appreciate that. I think that if you're ever going to engage in a balanced discussion, by the way, to have any meaning at all, without a doubt, you have to open your comment with, this is a world versus world minded comment, or this is a PvP comment, or this is a PvE comment. Without knowing what area of the game you're talking about, it is so useless to engage in any discussion. Without illustrating what your experience of the game is and where your priorities lie. It's because otherwise you'll get someone just slandering this, oh, it's a terrible patch, it's the worst thing in the world. But it could be amazing for world versus world, right? You know, people in the community just haven't figured that out. 5 years and people still haven't figured out that you need to talk about what game type you are referencing when you're talking about balance. If you're a pure fractal player, make sure that people understand that's the lens through which you're speaking. And I think that, again, one of the biggest problems with Guild Wars 2 at the moment is that people don't spread out enough through their game. They don't have broad enough perspectives. They tunnel vision the one thing. They think that that's all that matters. And they get these ridiculous, terrible ideas about what balance in this game, good balance is. And they'll act like they're an authority on it. They'll act like they do know better than the devs. And they don't. They just have a narrower perspective than they need to have to understand good balance for Guild Wars 2. In instances... Oh, did we fail that? We didn't fail that. What? Where is everyone? They're all in deep trouble. Did we? Oh, I got the reward though. I'm not sure. Is this deep trouble? It is deep trouble. What? I don't want to do this twice in a row. I don't understand. Sorry, I was ranting too much about balance. So anyway, yeah, like, I think it's on both. And I think that's a little bit of a disappointment with Path of Fire for me. If you're gonna add a lot of Boon Rip, why can't we Boon Rip the mobs in PvE? I think that, you know, that there's a seesaw on that. I can't remember. There was an original point I was making before I went off onto all of this, but I think that's close enough. As a free-to-player, what is the best addition to buy of the game? Should I buy both DLC or just buy Path of Fire? It depends how much you've been enjoying your time in free-to-play. For value for money, you should get both. You should buy the bundle together. I think generally to appreciate the story as much as possible, to get the most rewards, to have the most fun build craft, to experience exploration in the best way possible because you get gliding. I think all of those things, really, you should get both expansions. And the other thing with buying Path of Fire alone is, what if you buy Path of Fire alone and then you love the game and you get really jealous of everyone else gliding and stuff? Well, you've just cost yourself an extra $20 you didn't have to spend if you got it all at once in the first place. So maybe just get it all at once in the first place. Oh, so this is interesting. I guess what happened is we had Deep Trouble easy, and then we had Deep Trouble, yeah, hard. All right, so this is now the medium version of it. This is actually a different mission. It's just the same instance. And yeah, this is another disappointment of mine so far. The no big guild changes. I think that we really need... Can you imagine if there was a new guild puzzle on every map of the new expansion? How cool would that be? Grasstain says, okay, thanks, loving the stream, by the way. Yeah, and why not? I'll do the begging. Do you guys think I should do it more on the videos, by the way? Because I've produced like 10 videos and I basically never talk about my link, and I'm wondering if I'm suffering for that. Anyway, yeah, if you do it, there's a link underneath. If you use that from me, then that helps me out, and that would be really nice. Oh, it's a $10 difference. Sorry, not a $20 difference. It's a $10. I don't really know. But yeah, so it's a mix of arrogance and misunderstanding. I mean, it's not that important, really, how people feel about the balance on the internet immediately after it comes out. Most of the actual pointed... like, some other stuff I'm really excited about. Staff Ellie using Arcane on a Soothing Mist build instead of Earth now. It looks so fun. Those ranged reses and stuff. Oh, that seems cool. And the ice bow. Like, I actually saw someone typing, right? Why did they do these changes to ice bow? Why do they... It does like 2 more projectiles of damage. Lol, bad balance, right? This was basically the comment. It's like, you moron. The whole point is to shift it into a proper niche and proper place, which is that it's the support conjure weapon, as it was always themed to be and incorrectly used. Like, the fact that people are so blind at this point to realize that ice bow to think, oh, ice bow is only damage. The only changes the devs can ever put on ice bow have to be damage oriented, otherwise it's bad balance. Right, this is the sentiment that is going around. The only changes that can happen to ice bow are damage-oriented one, otherwise it's bad balance. Lol, these devs don't know what they're doing. Lol, I'm so much smarter than them. Like, this is legitimately what we see. Highly upvoted on Reddit as well. It's crazy to me. It's like, look at... I'm speechless. Anyway, look, I don't want a high horse. This is supposed to be a funsies stream. We're going to go to the hall in a second. This stream is not... I can't spend all hour... we're only doing this for about an hour or so. And I can't spend the whole time doing missions. So it was lovely coming along for these two with you guys. But I'm going to be bailing out in a second. Yeah, and the friggin' lols, man. It gives me such a bad impression of people that use Twitch as well. Because I'm like, who are these dimwits? This guy's typing lol. Like, what is he doing? What do you think of the power energy changes? I've not really played with it much, but I like the flavor of it. I miss the double orbital strikes, but you kind of still get it if you use your Q and then also your F5 right with when the trait procs and stuff. I don't know. It looks interesting. It looks like a bit of a shake-up. I haven't quite seen what they did with Bomb Kit. People were upset that the bomb auto got changed, but I think that could lead to more interesting rotations, so that could be cool. The triple mine drop thing is really fun as well, by the way, in open world at least. It really nukes stuff. It's kind of cool. I think that obviously it's a lot better than the mess that was thermobaric detonation and stuff. And I think they've taken a lot of good feedback from that. So I like that. WP doesn't understand the Twitch meta. No, I don't. I really don't. I'm going to become such an old fuddy-duddy by the end. Lol, yeah, you're saying laugh out loud because you know what you're saying is wrong. You idiot. That should be your reply to them. No, that's called wrestling in the mud. And it's unnecessary. Reddit is hit and miss for me. Sometimes it can be awesome, and other times it's people asking for an answer, so you provide a video for them and it gets destroyed. Ah, Inks. You're not the first person I've heard to express that sentiment. A lot of content creators that I know end up hating, loathing, detesting Reddit. Truly, truly hating Reddit. Just because they're... Not just because, but largely you can sort of tell because their videos don't do well on there. And I think it sucks, by the way. And I'm very fortunate that Reddit's always been quite kind to my stuff on there, which is awesome, basically. And I wish that was spread out a little bit more. I really meant what I said with that with the competition, that I want people to stop downvoting other stuff. Someone made like a cool machinima thing. I haven't watched it, but I saw the Reddit thread. Someone made a cool machinima as a part of the competition, and it's like got animations and stuff. It looks really cool. By the way, I think there are 90... should I check? Hold on. I'm going to check my emails here, guys. I'm going to tell you exactly how many submissions there are for the contest right now. Yeah? Who wants to know how many people have entered the competition? Oh, never mind. I just refreshed my browser. Never mind. It's like 90 plus. It's something. I've got like 90 emails waiting. I'm going to put the submissions live all in one day and probably announce it on a video. Again, I mentioned this before. The main problem with that competition is it will get a bit of hype when it comes out. But then it will, then people will forget like within a week. The stuff moves fast on the internet. So I'm going to do a video saying, hey, submissions are up. Please go check. If I can, I want to offer special gems, hidden gems to people who actually take the time to browse those videos and watch them in the competition. But I don't have any gems on hand right now. So I'll see whether I can get some. But I'd love to hide some gems, right, in the submission section. So you guys can go there. You can watch a ton of cool videos about Path of Fire and Guild Wars 2. You can enjoy yourselves, and every now and then you might get lucky and win some gems. The thing is, I think I'd only have max, like, 5 codes to filter through 90 submissions. So it'd be quite rare. I wish I'd saved more. Maybe I shouldn't have done all the... Maybe I shouldn't give prizes all the way to 25 people. 25th place. Maybe I should have saved the rest for actually making people watch. Because I'd hate to see competition entries get no credit and no viewership. I really would. So that's one little thing I'd like to do. Yeah, it's 90. Seriously, it's 90 plus. It was 90 last time I saw it, so. Or it was over 90 last time I saw it. So yeah. It's going to be a lot of copy-pasting URLs for me as well. Let alone judging them. I don't know. I've probably bitten off way too much. Way more than I can chew on this. WP, when we'll be able to see them? Hopefully quite soon. I mean, I'm pretty ram-packed at the moment. I might seem quite casual and easy. I'm really kind of mad at this. This is taking ages. I've got to go to the hall. This is ridiculous. We've been streaming half an hour of swimming around in this. Yeah, I'm a bit ram-packed at the moment. I've got a Q&A I'm going to make as soon as this is over. Then I want to do my mount sum up. I'm a bit upset, actually, because I saw Tekit just did one, but his video is 5 minutes, so I don't think it will look weird. But I've had my script for that done for ages. So I'm going to do my mount roundup. And also I'm going to do... I talked in a video yesterday about the Elite Specialization collections and how they key into bounties and identification. And now that I've done my spotlight on identification of bounties, I can record the video on the Specialization collections, which is just a bit of fun, really. But I already have that script fully done as well. So that's 3 videos that I've got to make as soon as I finish this. And it's already like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so... Not too much of the day left. But we got all the interviews up at least now, so that's cool. The thumbnail king. Yeah, Inks' thumbnail game is like well on point. It's been good. I've been watching Inks growing, and it's been pretty good. He's one of the only genuinely consistent content creators on the scene at the moment. One of the only ones. And one of the only ones I've seen genuine growth on. And I think that's really good. And I think he's getting his rewards. I mean, those kind of thumbnails are sort of love-hate. But if you get in and start doing them early, I think they're very, very worthwhile. Okay, cool. So that's another guild mission. That was cool, guys. Let's go to the guild hall. So what's going to happen here is we're going to film the balloon theme. I'm going to post that at some point on WP2. Oh, I had a huge upload that failed in the middle of the night, by the way, for you guys. I had more immersive tours of Path of Fire, and it failed, which really was quite sad. So we're going to do this, and then what we're going to do is we're going to wipe it, and we're going to launch the final theme. And you guys in the straw poll are going to be able to vote, and this will be how we go out on Heart of Thorns. We're also going to swap back to the Lost Precipice, by the way. Oh, shit. So I'll have to go back onto my main account for that. So we'll do that afterwards. Yeah, we'll do that afterwards. Okay, cool. Just let me appear offline. We have the daily up. I'm just trying to clear the user interface out, basically. Turn all of that off. All right, cool. Nice immersive sounds. And let's get this project underway. Okay, we're recording. Oh, that guy is loading in, spamming Aegis on our face, and then interrupting the wave. Brilliant. So this is the balloon theme. One of the first impressive things I ever saw in Guild Wars 2 was someone who made a ton of balloons. Oh, that's cool. He's sitting up on that. Was someone who made a ton of balloons because they didn't need kits, and he spread them all over the Lost Precipice. Inspired by him, my old friend, I wanted to do it with Spud, so that's what we did. We have basically got 2,000 balloons down on the hall here. Like 2,000 of them. It's crazy. We are actually global capped here as well, and we've got a bunch extra as well. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of balloons. And I'm just going to run around. This is only going to be like 10 minutes tops. I'm going to try and show off as many of the balloons as I possibly can. But it's, you know, it's quite wild. We're actually getting pretty low frames doubling up on all of this. Divinity's Reach Carnival. Yeah, I mean, we might have put Uzlan's Mechanical Orchestra around, but the idea was to basically global cap with just the balloons. and then maybe drop a couple of other little things. People tend to not like listening to the rules, and they'll just sort of go mental anyway. Like, people drop tons of non-balloon stuff, but I sort of can't be an angry dictator that says no. So if people drop these hollows and things, I sort of can't stop it. I just realized something. Sorry guys, we have to redo this. Can you hear me at a good volume right now? We have to redo this because I was ducking and that was fucking with the audio the whole time. All right, here we go. So let's stop and let's go. All right. The audio should be quiet. No, we can't. You almost muted. Mic volume low. Mic volume. It's like I went down 90%. Can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me now? Can you hear me now? Is it good? Is it okay now? Nice, you scared him so much that he turned the mic off entirely now. No, I just stopped talking. I was figuring it out. There we go. All right. Okay, good. All right, you guys can hear me. Cool. All right. Third time's the charm. Christ almighty. All right, here we go. Stupid balloon theme. Biting back at the last hour. Beauty. Oh, we don't have that cool shot of someone sitting on one of them now. All right, okay, so balloons. Tons and tons and tons of balloons. My story about the balloons is sort of defunct now. But yeah, so we got balloons floating on these golems. I mean, really, the variety in the visuals that we get on this is not going to be that different to anywhere else, really, because mostly it's just going to be lots and lots of balloons. See, like over here, someone's built a ton of stuff, and they've not put any balloons down. They've just had complete disregard for anything we've asked them to do. It annoys me. I don't know how best to get people to answer, though. You'd think, like, we have quite strict rules to get into Spud. So you'd think that people who are in here at least understand what we do with the hall, but they just don't. Or they just don't care. And I don't know which one annoys me more, actually. Probably if they just didn't care. So this is what a built-out guild hall looks like. Mine looks ghetto. This isn't what a really good guild hall looks like. This isn't what a really, really, really good guild hall looks like. This is just sort of going crazy with one specific ingredient. I think our best one so far has been the Magical Forest. I think that one was really incredible in the Lost Precipice. Really, really, really awesome. So, yeah, the exciting thing about this, guys, okay, is we have tons more materials than we ever had before. We've got loads of materials now. Thousands of balloons. Loads of walls. I think I've got 100 walls now. We got enormous amounts of structural things. We've got all of those new Super Adventure Box items and floating things. It's going to be crazy. So I think the last theme, we're going to vote for it on Straw Poll. And I'll throw a couple of different themes out at you guys. Maybe return to an older theme. We got all that snow stuff as well now. But I'm thinking of just leaving like a blank space. The last theme is just a free-for-all kind of thing. I don't know, like a theme that's almost not a theme, just the best thing we can, the most compact, amazing. And when I say compact, I just mean lots and lots of big, excellent, interesting-looking decorations all together that don't look like a mess. That's maybe a little bit more curated or something. Maybe I'll assign one of the game masters to be like a curator of the decorations, and they just straight up delete areas if they look bad. And I don't know. I don't know how we'll do it, but I kind of want the last theme to be like a truly incredible work of art, you know, that uses all of this stuff to proper sign out on Hearthorns. Everything that was good about the Magical Forest, with everything that was good about the snowy igloos and stuff, with everything that was good about the snow theme and the labyrinth that we did, you know, all of it just all together. I think that would be really, really, really cool. But I don't know whether that's too vague. A wizard's tower and the floating island theme. I mean, we get 2,000 decorations to play with the most populated areas in a hall. And it should be interesting. So yeah, on the stream, there will be an opportunity to play with me in just a moment because we're going to swap halls, guys. We're going to swap halls. Well, there you go. That's the balloon theme, really. And I can't believe we spent as long on it as we did. That's my fault, really. I just never found time on a stream. We were doing Merciless, and then we were doing the Legendary Hunt, and then we were doing other stuff. It's just balloons everywhere. Just constant balloons. And then sometimes people will drop other stuff. But, yeah, this is very cool. I hope I've not missed anyone's balloons. But there you go. That's the balloon theme. Am I excited for the new guild hall? I am. I'm mostly excited about building it up, though. I couldn't really give too much of a shit about just walking in there and having everything done. I mean, the new arena looks cool. The Path of Fire arena, if you guys haven't seen, the new arena's got a hole in the center, like a snake pit in the center style thing. I think that's cool. How cool would it be if Wizard's Tower got introduced as a raid, and if you completed it, you unlocked it as a guild hall? I don't know whether they do that as an unlocking procedure. They would do, like... what they did with these halls where they're not quite raids, but they feel raid-ish, but there's lots of players that can do them. This theme has ballooned out of control. Okay. All right, so now basically what I need to do, guys, is I need to swap to my other account, but I don't have any good overlays set up because everything's broken because of the post and the post and the post show. So I'm just going to try a random scene here and hope that we can see something good on it. All right, ready? All right, this is okay. That image is really random. That's one of our last things from the Legendary Hunt. Goats a face, but that's good. We can go here. So enjoy that, guys. Beautiful, I know, right? Go to Surface getting some extra kudos, some extra credit weeks after his donation. By broken, he means he hasn't planned for this eventuality. Yeah, this is pretty impromptu. I was looking at the stuff I got to do, and I thought to myself, I need to get this balloon thing done. Let's do the balloon thing. So I'm going to make a squad in a second, guys, and we're all going to bum rush into it. Ink says, since taking these Heart of Thorns halls are fighting Morgemoth, what will taking the Vabi hall be? It's a good question. I just thought of that a second ago as well. I guess branded, right? Branded? If they're going to do the thing with the crystal again... the thing is, the trailer never showed it particularly Kraukatoricified, did it? So I don't know what sort of they're doing with that one. Goat Taser Face from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Is that what that's from? I still haven't seen GOTG V2. The hall looks very Vabi-like. It does, yeah, actually. It really does. I wouldn't be surprised if it's in Vabi. At all. Yeah, you get, what? 350 gold? Damn the moon, you ain't seen nothing. 350 gold is a very generous donation. Do not get me wrong. And that was a wonderful donation from Go It's a Face. Okay. But we had some pretty insane donations, much higher. You know, you can't get every legendary in the game, every contract in the game, all of that stuff out of nothing. It was months and months of people like Go It's a Face there doing generous things like that. Oh, guys, I played Fashion Wars 2. I'll show you my Fashion Wars 2 as well here. Here we go. All right. We're back. Hello, everyone. So, Fashion Wars 2. Do you remember on the previous stream? We can start ducking again now as well. Hold on. Do you remember? Do you remember? Okay. Do you remember on the previous stream where... we're going to be about there. Where we made our desert man, okay? Azurik of Parathia, the Weaver, all right? So here we go. This is what I made him look like. This is the flashy version of him, all right? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Boom. All right, and it gets better. It gets better. I'll show you in game. I'll show you in game. This is what he looks like. It's good, okay? It's good. I actually saw there was a Fashion Wars 2 thread on Reddit today that was really cool. Someone had a very cool looking Deadeye with like a half mask thing. No, you weren't looking at the fashion yet. This isn't really fashion. This is no better Fashion Wars 2 than outfits, really. So this is legendary armor. All right. Dyed beautifully with a cheeky little bit of Shadow Abyss, Bloodstone dye, and maybe a bit of Ox blood, I think. Okay. pairs beautifully color-wise with this Order of Whispers back piece, which works very thematically with this character, considering he's going to be an Order of Whispers character, and the Order of Shadows is in the expansion, and the Order of Whispers presumably will have a little bit of story in the expansion. So, very nice. Beautiful. Can someone ban Debatrix for calling me ugly there, please? Also, cheeky weapons, all right? Abaddon weapons. I've been saving up to Black Line tickets for Christ knows how long. And I finally started spending them, and I spent them on Abaddon weapons. So he's got all the Ellie Abaddon stuff is there, and we got the same color set up right here. Boom. So check that out. The white doesn't quite work. I'd love to be able to dye those black or something. Yeah. So that's those weapons, and then check it out. Look at how gross this is. Abaddon staff. And these are all new weapons and things as well that I got. The only thing I cannibalized from existing characters is the armor. Because I'm looking forward to running legendary armor on the expansion and being able to swap stuff around. Like, you'll notice I'm on Marauders here with worm runes. That's not meta anywhere, but it's fun and it's different for open world. So I'm looking forward to running around the open world with stuff like that. So there's the staff. Scepter we already saw. And then here's the dagger setup. For the character there. I don't know. I think I did all right. For the bar is pretty low for me, guys. You have to understand. The bar is pretty low. So me being able to get weapons matching back piece matching dyes on the armor, even if it is all just one set of armor, that's an accomplishment, okay? That's an accomplishment. Shia says, no, the white works really well. Creates more color variety. It looks good, even though I usually don't like black, red, white looks. There we go. Cool. Thank you. Shame you can't dye the crystals. Well, you can. They just don't get dyed much. I specifically, as well, I had ghostly infusions on all the slots of my legendary armor, and I just pulled it all off. I pulled off all the auras, the queen bee and everything. I've just tried... Because I kind of don't want it to look too flashy, right? This is what I think I'll look like endgame in the expansion. For the start of the expansion, though, you guys already know how I'm going to look. All right? I'm going to be rocking the Sunspear outfit, baby. Stormtrooper look, here we go. And we're not even going to have the backpack on. Or maybe we'll have a different back piece. We'll have a different looking back piece. Stormtrooper. And I'm going to have some light. I'm not going to run the Avalon stuff. This is how the expansion is going to start. And each map, I'm going to tier the visuals of my character up. 6 out of 10. Best WP look yet. Is only a 6 out of 10? I think the Char looks better than this. Stormtrooper. This is it. I think my worst look is probably that like hideous purple sort of outfit that was on that Char or whatever. Not Char, the pole dropper that we did on the legendary hunt. All right, guys, I have made a squad. Okay, can you please join my squad? I need friends. I need them so badly. We're gonna swap guild halls here, and we will see what we got. Now, this is 139 of my own sweet cash right here, but I'm gonna spend it on the hall swap because I'm a generous guy. What can I say? In the expansion, do you think we'll see death/plant-based infused branded? That could be very cool. Like I said in a video recently, I really hope that they've put some work in with the Kraukatoric minions and varieties and stuff. No cat tag. No, I haven't done that. I'm waiting for boots. So yeah, just type /join LYS. That's all you have to do. Just type /join LYS. It's really that simple. Oh, sorry, not that. That's old text. No, don't worry. I'm not still taking donations. There you go. That's what you do. All right? Look. It's blinking in front of your face. That's all you have to type, guys. Anyone. And we can... this is on NA at the moment. Please come play. Here we go. All right. I'll just leave it there now. And if we get some people in, we will swap the guild hall. Let's go. And this will be the last HOT swap. We've done a lot of these on the streams. This will be the last one. Should we stay on the new character? Should we stay on him? On his weird worm build? Why not? I'm gonna do it looking flashy as well. Flashy! I mean, I don't really know what else I would do, honestly, for Fashion Wars. Maybe add Night Fury and more ridiculous expensive auras and things, because that's all I know how to appreciate. NA. Wow, look at all these salty EU people. Just because it's the middle of the workday for pretty much every North American region right now, that doesn't mean we have none. Look, there's at least 19 unemployed people here. Good job, guys. Let's do it. Or students, I should add. Oh, can't squad join because it says I'm offline. No, I'm online. What? Oh, nice to see you, Kill Chain, as well, by the way. Do you have a message for me somewhere? I think you might have a message for me somewhere. I think I'll be in a bad friend again. Stream tomorrow? No, no. I'm streaming on Saturday. This is bonus. Nothing's changed about the schedule except that there's this bonus stream here. And this is just to swap halls, start off the next theme, give the spuds who I feel neglectful of something to chew on over the next little while. And yeah, the next proper stream you see from me will be Big Dick Path of Fire focused, and we'll be in the demo and all that kind of stuff, I think, at least. Am I planning on doing a squad for Alexander's current events achievement? Yeah, that's a good idea. I haven't even looked, actually. Oh, yeah, people on WP2. So, listen, the big patch has landed. Look, guys, look at the world map now. Woo, it's Vabby. Look, it's the Garden of Saborin. And it's... What else was... There was something else really notable that I hadn't talked to people about, but I thought was really cool. Yeah, the dam. The dam. Is the Ellen River Dam. If that's what that is, that's really interesting. It's crazy. It's crazy daisy. What's my opinion on Stoke-on-Trent? Ah, wouldn't you like to know my opinion on Stoke-on-Trent? Which red and which black dye did I use? Are you looking to mimic, are you? So, I have Oh, sorry, no. I have Shadow Abyss, Bloodstone Dark Coral, and that's it. That's all I used. You don't get the complexity of 3 dye. My puny non-Fashion Wars playing brain cannot comprehend 3 dye channels. Is it bad that I was more excited to see that they expanded into the Char homelands? No, I don't think that's bad. I think that's really exciting, seeing where the ogres came from, seeing all that stuff. I've seen Dzlana as well. I keep forgetting their name. If you guys watched the recent Nightfall LP, we did a big thing about this, but Dzlana up there on the side. Shadow Abyss. What's so Resident Sleeper? What's so... Come on, man. It's prestige. It's the best. What the hell? All right, here we go. So we're going to go to the Lost Precipice. Show me what this place looks like. Here we go. I'm going to get a drink while we watch this.
On a high cliff, overlooking wild and untamed jungle, there is an ancient fortification. It is a place of beauty and reverence. Scholars don't know who built the Lost Precipice, nor why it was forsaken. Its walls, once bright with mosaics and strange runes, are crumbling and cold. For now, the wind whispers down crumbling hallways, speaking secrets to those who dare to listen. Choose the Lost Precipice, seek its mysteries, and discover the past while you build your future. Rise to the heights and find a home.
Shadow Abyss deletes textures. Dyeing stuff in the darkest black is also the most generic. You guys are clearly just jealous because you don't have all this Guild Wars 2 money that I have. All right. Clearly jealousy. I will not accept these arguments. Shadow Abyss meta. At least I'm not human female meta. And I've got the awesome MJ look going on. No one's complained about my face today. That's nice. That's nice. All right, here we go. So, sounds great. Let's seek out the Lost Precipice. Let's mount this expedition. And, yeah, it's going to cost us 150 favor, 100 gold coins. Travel to the sunken shrine that marks the hidden entrance to the Lost Precipice in the northwest part of the verdant brink. Meet Sarah Mackenzie inside the precipice and clear the Mordrum infestation there to claim this guild hall. We're going home, guys.
I'm glad you've decided to settle the Lost Precipice. First, you need to make your way to Verdant Brink. I hope you know where that is. In the northwestern corner of the brink, find the unstable shrine embedded in a chasm wall. You can't miss it. Well, you could. I mean, you need to glide to get there. So make sure you secure the brink from Mordrum attack first. The shrine door falls down sometimes, so you might need extra hands to haul it open. Easy.
Beauty, beauty. This is sort of hinting at a dynamic event that I don't think exists yet there. Or never did in the end. WP, someone theorized that Bran might join Balthazar because it's hellbent on killing Jormag. What do you think of this theory? Yeah, I thought of that. That it's like this, well, see, it makes sense for his character right now. It's just, does his character become more interesting if he does that? And I think, yeah, if they go a deep dive down, just like making us really hate Bran because he's going on that angle, I think that could be cool. And I also got sort of hung thinking about the visual... You know, Balthazar just looks like a big Norn, basically. So I like the idea of him hanging around with a lot of Norn, visually. And maybe from some other perspectives too. So yeah, I actually quite like it. That's not a prediction that's what will happen, but I quite like it. Oh yeah, Arcane Wave has ammo now. Shit, man. See, this was a good patch. This was fun, man. All right, let's go to Verdant Brink. Verdant Brink. How do I get there easily? Maybe from Northwatch and then I walk up. Maybe I can just teleport to a friend. I don't have any in this. Oh no, I do. 64 of them. NG Larry, it's nice to see you, man. Unfortunately, you're an EU, so I couldn't do that. That's a weird thing. Is there usually a stream at this time of day? I wasn't expecting WP when I opened up Twitch. No, that's why we won't have many people here. I've not really advertised it. It's not announced. It's just for guildies, really, more than anything else. Man, these maps were great. I want to see a tomb in the desert like this. This is so cool, right? Sarah passed through here on her way to the canyon. If you were part of the guild that's meeting her there, good luck. The Mordrim in the canyon are tremendously powerful. Are they really? Because I'm pretty sure they're just generic Mordrim for the most part. For guildies, I don't feel as welcome. No, it's for everyone. It's just, you know, I'm not going to push it out in everyone's faces and tell people to come watch it if they're not members of the guild, because it's going to be a bit less interesting to them. This isn't really about Path of Fire, is it? So, I'm glad you made it. Have someone ranked highly in your guild speak with me when you're all ready to start. All right, we'll just wait for everyone to come in. So I'm going to do some judgments of my own. Line up for some Fashion Wars 2 here. All right, now first of all, if you're rocking the mini Balthazar, you're doing it wrong. We're going to a desert, so you clearly need a mini snowman. All right, the mini is an extension of your Fashion Wars 2, and I want to see more Fashion Wars 2 posts on Reddit and the like, including the mini. Okay, also gliders. I think that they're important too. And clearly the meta for the desert is the snowman. So let's see who looks the ugliest. Well, this person is using a legendary, which is lame. So, and I don't have that legendary, so they're ugly. This person is using Guild Wars 1 classic prestige stuff, which just makes them look like a loser. So they're lame. This person's in like sexy fishnets and clearly needs to get a girlfriend, so they're lame. This person's in COF armor, which is noob armor, so they're lame. This person doesn't even have the upgraded Chronomancer shield, so they're lame. And is using Balthazar. This person is very top heavy. I like this person. Ah, and he has the Prestige Tiger, which I also have. High five to this guy. This guy wins. I don't even need to insult everyone else. This guy wins. There we go. Boom. All right, no. I think you all look gorgeous. Just like my character does. That is the upgraded. Is that really Horologicus? That looked like the tier... This looks like the lower tier version. Oh shit, it is the upgraded one. WP so mean. Trust me, I run Tormented Shield actually in Guild Wars 2. I have my Mesmer, my power Mesmer stuff is all Tormented stuff. Purple beauty stuff. So yeah. All right, cool. Let's do it. I guess this is the group. EU's already running in there, no doubt.
Excellent. Welcome to the Lost Precipice. Be sure to watch your step at the cliff's edge.
Here's what we know. Mordramoth and his minions completely control the area. The maws are spewing toxic gas that attracts other Mordram. The vines also seem to be absorbing it, keeping us away from the center. If we're able to eliminate them before they produce more toxic gas, we may be able to weaken the walls. The maws have to build up toxins before they can release them, so we need to act fast. However, if too many toxins are released, we'll be forced to retreat.
Ready? Right then. Go out there and clean this place up. No more Mordram. Don't worry, it'll be a cakewalk. Coordinate your attacks, split up if needed, just keep moving.
All right. Okay, let's do it. Yes, EU usually does win. EU does quite often win on this. In fact, I don't think NA has ever won the race. Maybe once? Did NA ever win? Maybe once NA did win the race. But EU just, they play too much to the guild capturing meta. You know, they run off in advance. You know, they're probably already at these events doing it now. They don't wait for the dialogue like us. Mordram maggots. These guys are very rare as well. You see these, actually? You don't see many Mordram maggots in the game. So we're running new stuffs here for funsies, all right? It's not a real build. But man, check out how cool Lightning Hammer is, right? I'm going to use the 2. It will give me quickness. And watch how good the 4 is. Ready? Yeah! Oh, it's good. It's so Thor-like. And if we use Wind Blast as well. Wind Blast is a bit weird, but if you can strike someone with it, you can... I think the idea is you CC someone away, and then you can kite off. So like, you can use the 5 and then Wind Blast, and then you can super speed charge away while they're stunned in the hills. It's so good. The new ammo mechanic on Arcane Wave is very cool as well. So yeah, it's good. I like it. EU won't win this time. I'm the only one there. What about all these other people in the squad then? I don't get it. I suppose we are asking for trouble doing such a weird, like, random, unannounced stream. Wait, can we play Path of Fire today? No, So, can someone tell me? Someone just asked me, hey, WP, you're going to be streaming tomorrow. The weekend starts tomorrow, is it? Or does it start on the Saturday? WP, I donate on Patreon. Judge me harshly. I'm sorry. Hey, I was only joking. I think you guys all look great, all right? I hope nobody who's been amazing and incredible enough to support me on Patreon doesn't feel offended today. So, yeah, it is tomorrow. Yeah. Okay, cool. What time specifically is it tomorrow? Yeah, I will be playing it tomorrow. Tomorrow, Path of Fire demo opens up. I should probably prioritize some videos on that as well then. Just telling people when it is exactly. Oh, this is cool. I want you to judge me. I was on my way. All right, yeah, we got to kill the Vine Tenders. Remember, guys, Vine Tenders are top priority. Arcane Brilliance didn't change on this patch, did it? Look at that cheeky little 12k right there. Love it. We can keep dancing in and out of air for those sweet fresh air crits. All right, damage. So yeah, the conjures don't have charges anymore either. They just time out after a certain point. The website says it starts Friday, but assume it won't be Friday at reset, but like 6 p.m. But they didn't mention a time. Why do you assume it will be at 6 p.m.? Oh, that's exciting, guys, isn't it? Friggin' tomorrow. How quick is this week gone? Oh, there's still so much to talk about. Ugh. That means next week is basically going to be Elite Specialization week for me. That'll be my discussion on the Elite specs and what I see of them and showing you guys the trailers for those super out of the loop and who don't really know what's going on. 6 p.m. is regular patch time for me, so I assume it's 5. Oh, I see what you're saying. Right, yeah, so just regular patch time at that point. Man, reset on Friday. That would mean it's just a matter of hours away, wouldn't it? Or reset on Friday, meaning the start of Saturday. So anyway, so more Moors are about to spawn. I'll put the mini-map to the top so you guys can watch here. So the events, these X's, we're supposed to spread out. We're not supposed to all zerg on the one tag. We're supposed to spread out and... I love this map so much. I really love this map so much. What a gorgeous map. I love the ambience. I get so nostalgic already just listening to stuff on this. All the hours I've spent scribing here. Yeah, these Mordrum versions of Bristlebacks and stuff all look really cool right now. Try and break his break bar. Oh, I can't do it alone. There we go. Good. Somebody helped. There's a nice Arcane Brilliance heal there. We had poison, but we hit so many... I think we had poison, but we hit so many targets, we got a big heal anyway. Arcane Brilliance, like, you never really think about it, but Arcane Brilliance is a pretty good heal. Christ, I'm so used to running focus in the offhand now that I didn't even anticipate using the 5 first to wipe the poison on that. I used the Scepter 3. Oh, we're getting drilled by that guy over there. That's annoying. He's out of range, so I can't use my Signet of Agony either. Good reses, though, from people. Vine Tenders over on the side. How's the World vs. World backpack going? I still haven't made any progress on it. I'm on track to miss my 3rd chest in a row. But what's quite nice is they did buff pips and stuff, so... Hopefully I'll be able to make some progress. I've just not been able to. I mean, that dream of getting AFK pips while you make videos, I was sort of vaguely able to do it 3 weeks back, but I haven't since then. Not with the kind of speed that I'm having to work at the moment, and how often my PC's rendering and then uploading and then rendering and then uploading, and then I'm writing another script and then I'm making another video, and then it's not working. So that's okay. I mean, I'm not in a super crazy rush for Warbringer right now anyway. I'm starting to not care anymore. All right, there you go. That's the next one done. Next wave of more spawns in 10 seconds. Let's get to a more appropriate location. Yesterday, there was a bug that you could repeat the diamond chest, but ArenaNet fixed it. Yes, I did see that. Yeah, people were talking about that. Yeah. So it's a bit of a stinger, really. Someone said they got like 300 extra tickets from it. 300, that's a lot. That's a lot. So I'm definitely no longer, you know, I wasn't 3 weeks ago now. I'm not going to be one of the first people to get Warbringer because I never exploited that bug, and I also never did I've also missed two chests, right? So I was 2 weeks behind, but that bug included, I'm probably more like 3 weeks behind. My PC specs you can find under the stream or on my about page on my YouTube channel. When will I continue my episode 6 reviews? Will there be a Shattered Observatory video? People keep asking this. Yes. In fact, I was really close to putting a Shattered Observatory video out before. Really close, but I just missed it, and then the post-show and stuff happened, so I just missed my window. I do have footage of basically the whole thing, and killing Ark and everything. It's just that the Ark that I killed was bugged at the time. And he didn't trigger the falling floors until right near the end of the fight, so it was sort of it was a cheesy kill, let me put it that way. Oh, shit. This isn't good. But let me be more explicit about this. I will be doing episode 6. I do have a lot to talk about with episode 6. I think, by the way, season 3 in general has got a really bad rap from people at the moment saying, oh, the story's so bad just because of the note it went out on, but I don't think that's actually fair. I think looking at it across it broadly, season 3 did have a pretty good story, and it did bring back a lot of cool things, and it did do a lot of things right, but the end was a bit, and I hate how sort of little people kind of appreciate that. Anyway, I've got a lot to talk about with episode 6, but it's when to squeeze it in. There is absolutely no worth in me talking about episode 6 right now when there's a million things to talk about with Path of Fire. And specifically, like, exclusives almost. Like, I've played it and other people haven't, so my word is actually worth something right now. Even if I'm an idiot and I don't know what I'm talking about, my word has some value right now. So I should do videos about where I have that exclusive value while I can. It's just not smart to do episode 6 right now. It's not been a priority. Since the post-show came out, it's not been a priority. So this week was all about the demo and Path of Fire in general stuff. Next week will be a lot about Elite Specializations. The week after that, we may finally see I get to episode 6 stuff, which gives me about a 3-week window to talk about episode 6 before the expansion comes out. Which I think is pretty good, actually. So it will be coming. This tar is crazy, man. You wouldn't think I'm on Marauders here. I should just run Staff. I'd be putting out a lot more pressure on it. I'm trying to do the funsies, but at the end of the day, these are big events. Yeah, look at this. Needs to be a better tell on that. I'm not even in range of it right now. What is that? Jesus Christ. What is killing me? I can't even see the animations. Is it this Terragriff? This Terragriff's been killing me, I guess. Time before Moors release toxins, 18 seconds. We're actually struggling a bit here. This is not a hard mission. Did everyone get bad at the game? I'm certainly not helping, I know. Let's go this way. Is the floor actually doing damage? It's not the floor, it's just the Terragriff, right? I'm just getting attacked by the Terragriff. Fucking hell. I thought this was like a tar mechanic of some sort. We failed to kill the Moor in time. The air has grown more toxic. You didn't kill all the Moors. Rip. Where will this res me? A long way away? Oh my god, back at the entrance. Christ. Alright, yeah, let's put stuff. I don't have any sigils or anything, by the way. I have Marauder's Armor, Worm Runes, and no sigils. And I don't have Tempest unlocked either. But look at the new traits, by the way. Look at this trait here. Where is it? This one here. Oh, Arcane Resurrection. Look how cool this is. Cast Geyser when you begin to revive a downed ally. Geyser now partially revives downed allies. When you revive one, you and the revived ally gain the aura. That's always been there. But that's so strong now. That's so cool. That means if I press F to res someone, I start resing 5 people around me. And if I double cast it with the Geyser itself, I'm doing like massive res speed. It's so cool. It's a shame that the res speeds aren't affected by benevolence and healing power and stuff. Because I think that would be really cool. But yeah, this is such a fun bit. Soothing Mist, like kiting at Cairn, for example. So it's not a hard encounter, but that kind of stuff's really fun now on builds like this. Yeah, we got the Blast on the water as well. They really upped water as a support on staff recently. in so many ways. The guys above here, the blast. There was some other thing in Arcane that changed as well that I thought was really interesting. What was it? It's weird, by the way, because it's like they've decided they kind of want you... Arcane is more supporty. Kind of, I don't know. It's weird. Because you'd think Arcane is like the... Weaver is Arcane Plus, all right? When we think of elite specializations in this respect, Weaver is Arcane Plus. And Weaver is sort of more damagey, right? And so the idea then would be that maybe Arcane should also be damagey, not supporty, in which case it's sort of the logical pairing for Tempest. Does this all make sense to you guys? So I think there's a bit weird what's going on there, but yeah. What was it that they changed? It was one of the other elites, wasn't it? I mean, this essentially, this Grandmaster doesn't look different, but since they changed Arcane Power and sharing and stuff, it is a very different skill now. I don't know, maybe... Or was it a minor? Was it a minor that they changed? Yeah, it was concentration, right? It was this. It was the concentration on this minor. Is that what they did? So yeah, it's quite funny. All right. We got 1 minute to kill this other Maw now. We've only defeated 1 of 5 waves. Oh, man. The failure. Yeah, I mean, Weaver could be a lot more than just damagey. Weaver could be a horrendous, messy mess of everything that's overpowered in far too many places. So, yeah, I know. I know. I'm scared too. Even despite what I've seen them say in interviews. So yeah, if you guys watch Peachy's interview with the Balance dev, she gets some cool insights. People were saying to me, hey WP, you should have asked them to oh yeah, and they buffed the glyph as well, didn't they? They said, hey WP, you should have asked the devs where they view elite specializations, the new wave with regard to the old wave, and I didn't do that. Peachy did ask that. And they basically said what we wanted, yeah, that they should be in niches and blah, blah, blah. But so far, no evidence that it will work. All right, next one is top left. Oh, the full damage trait has heal when you swap attunement. That's what it was. There you go. What a hero. Wait, what? Which trait? What trait? Let me read. It was the full skill. The full skill. Reduce full damage you receive. Cast a skill based on your attunement when you receive full damage. Swapping attunements restores health. Like, I get that that's arcane-y. I get that that's better suited to Arcane than to Water. Or it's sort of closely suited to both. Does it heal me or everyone? It just heals me, right? So it's that brawlery thing. That's fine for Weaver. That's fine. I think that's a good pairing for Weaver. Because Weaver, as much as damage, it's brawlery stuff. And allowing you to melee and whatever. So I think that's okay. Does it heal everyone? Let's watch closely. Oh, it does heal everyone. Why doesn't the tooltip state that? Look, we've never even been to Earth on staff on this character, ever. Wow. See, it's just weird. It's just weird because it's like the God combo for... if Tempest is meant to be all support, the God combo is Water, Earth, Tempest, right? At least for Auramancing specs. And now it's like they're asking you to be quippy about Arcane 2. Maybe their idea with those 5th lines is that they're supposed to appeal to all. It's like Invocation is supposed to appeal to all. Virtues are supposed to appeal to all. Shroud is supposed to appeal to all. It doesn't matter, like, and so that's what they're doing with Arcane. Arcane isn't supposed to, you know, it should appeal to the support build, and it should appeal, like, that's the idea of the 5th line, right? Because you get a tank line, you get a support line, you get a power, and you get a Condi line. That's kind of the way that slowly but surely Guild Wars 2 specialization design space has gone into, right? Those are the 4. 2 offensive, 2 defensive. One is about, of the defensive, one is about supporting other people, and the other is about sustaining yourself. And of the 2 offensive, one is Condi and one is power. right? That's the way that they've got that, and I think that works really well. But there's a fifth. There's Invocation. There's Arcane. There's, you know, what one's the warrior one? Discipline? Is Discipline or is that? I mean, Discipline's fucking weird anyway. I mean, sometimes they do it odd because of the offensive lines. It's not strictly one power, one condi. Sometimes of the offensive lines, it's one flat, one crit. And I think that's what they did with Warrior as well. And Ellie too. So Ellie, it's 2 offensive lines, but neither of these are strictly a condi line, really. I mean, Fire has become that in recent years. But more it was like, one was about crit, precision, and speed and stuff. And the other, and I think that was sort of similar with Warrior as well, right? Because you had strength versus... Discipline. Or was that strength versus arms? Maybe I'm thinking of arms. Arms is condi, right? I don't know. I don't know fucking warrior. Anyway, you get my point. There's that fifth, like, hanging one that it's like, what's this supposed to do? And I guess maybe that's what they're saying with Arcane, that they want it to be just appealing to everyone. I'm getting better in Fashion Wars. Thank you. Thank you. I didn't realize I'd be ridiculed publicly on the internet for my ability to dress up make-believe characters, but here we are. This is what my life has become. So what else changed, by the way? So yeah, Conjure Frostbow, I talked about this earlier. Man, it was a good patch. There was loads of changes. I don't know, 20% Benevolence? Are you shitting me? This is crazy good. This is cool. I love 20% Benevolence. Gimme, gimme, baby. 20% more? That's insane. That's ludicrous. Discipline is the fifth. It enhances your burst and weapon swap. There you go. Yeah, so you see how the fifth often is the profession mechanic, right? Invocation is about legend swapping. Discipline is about bursts. Soul Reaping is about Shroud. So what did Mesmer have as its fifth then? Inspiration is your sort of supporty one. Chaos is your sort of defensy one. Domination is your flat damage one. Illusions is condi and illusions, sort of, I guess. I mean, that's a bit weird. What's the last one? These double blasts are nice as well. I like this. Oh, dueling. Oh no, dueling is like your crit one. Virtues is about virtues. Yeah. But it is. What do you want though? Yeah. I can't believe it. And dueling got that epic buff as well. I mean, Christ. The power Mesmers must be loving it. Illusions is the fifth. Yeah, that makes sense. Illusions is the fifth because illusions is kind of... It's not really your mechanic. Shatters are your mechanic, but illusions are very much sort of the Mesmer mechanic too. So I see that got a little bit conflated. But yeah, that works. Oh, so we're going a bit of a weird way here, and this is locked. Once you get further exploration, that all opens up. A Mordrum Guard Desolator. I love the name of some of these varieties of mobs. Water magic is your flat damage spec. Have you never had a water balloon fight? Because they are the kings of water balloon fights. Actually, water balloon fights are in Guild Wars 2. What am I talking about? I wouldn't just say that that's legacy. Wait, what specifically is legacy design? The general thing I'm talking about right now is not legacy design. That is absolutely part and parcel of the way Guild Wars 2 works of today. It's not legacy design. But if you're talking about one specific attribute line being tied into one thing or another, then yeah, maybe. Which elite specs do you think can be a condi/power hybrid? I think Weaver is angling to be that to an extent. I've been describing it as a bruiser, and I think that's fair. That's sort of suggestive of a melee character that sort of is tanky at the same time. I think it will be primarily condi, but it will have power on there. You know, Grievous is hybrid. I don't know, I think Soul Beast looks like... But people don't realise Soul Beast's got tons of skills. I think that looks like that's going to be a jack-of-all-trades style thing as well, actually. Not that condi power together is always a jack-of-all-trades. I'd like to see a worthwhile condi power hybrid. Because we haven't, for the raiding scene, really had a very convincing one of those. Should we be CCing that? Probably, right? It's Icebook, baby. Oh, I should have... so if I fire 2 water arrows before doing that, does it increase the break bar damage? Oh, man, those big splash heals that we'd be getting down there on this Marauder's character. All right, one more Vine Tender. I always under-anticipate how long these streams are going to take. Because capturing guild halls takes longer than you tend to realize. So yeah, Flame Wall, they buffed the flat damage on as well, right? But it ticks less frequently? I guess that's just... By the way, people see that, I think, as like some kind of like nerf or something. I think that what they're doing with stuff like that is they're finding as many little places as they can to reduce skill lag and like latency issues with servers to open up the possibility to do more 10-man stuff. I think that that's what that is. Because when you've got players that can drop fields that pulse 1 billion times a second, that's not good for the servers. But when you've got... when they pulse less frequently, then they can, you know, have more, you know, 10-man things getting thrown out. And I think that's probably what that's all about. Again, I haven't seen anyone online speaking meaningfully about that, but I think that's what's going on. Yeah, I think I'm a little bit disappointed Beast Mastery didn't have enough that many, like, changes on this patch. Because you would expect Beast Mastery to get some nice stuff. Because Soul Beast is like Beast Mastery Plus, right? Well, that's how I view it anyway. Thematically, at least. At least thematically. Or maybe not, actually. Actually, maybe it's the complete opposite of Beast Mastery Plus. Maybe in the future, maybe the next, maybe Expansion 3, maybe in Cogs of War. That's now Cogs of War, by the way. Expansion 3, that's what that's become. But when Cogs of War comes out, maybe what we'll find is... okay, you lost your pet last time. This time, we're gonna make it go big dick, baby. And, like, you become your pet. Or it's just all about buffing the hell out of the pet. Let's go blasty, blasty, blast, blast, blast. I'm not Tempest, so I can't overload or anything. Oh, God, I aggroed it. I'm sorry. Oh, somebody else blinked in. Nice speed there, my friend. Nice speed. We all have Signet of Agony now, so we should be fine. We've got 7 minutes to kill this bastard. So I'm going to attack twice. And now I'm going to Ice Block. Let's see if it helps. Oof. Look at these little 800 hits. We got to break that bar first, though, and then his armor goes way down. I wonder if I can outrange his axes, because those things were really goddamn hurt. Why did I get a heal when I popped that arcane skill there? I healed everyone there when I popped arcane. Why was that? Bugger off. Oh, here we go. Look, look, when I see someone go down, we're going to res him with the water field. Are you guys ready? With the ranged water field. It's going to be amazing. We are traded with it. We are traded. There, that guy. Oh, what? He died way too quick. What is this? I can't help you with that. Oh, my God. Everyone's dying. I'm gonna go for the 5-man res. Hero mode. Area healing. Yeah, baby. Oh, look at it. So good. Oh. God, I don't know whether that was good as it was in my mind, but it was pretty damn saucy. There, we'll res that guy as well. Oh, beauty. Look at how OP staff is now, guys. It's not all about damage. Oh, sorry, I forgot. I'm in the Guild Wars 2 community. I need to understand that if the patch doesn't buff my build's damage, it's bad design. I forgot. That's my bad, guys. Now the pet goes into you after you go into the pet. That sounds wrong. Yeah, a little bit, maybe. Maybe a little bit. Just a teeny weeny little bit. Oh, someone else is down. Here we go. Look, we're going to get really good visuals on this one. Geyser. Yeah, look at his health going up. I'm doing that. Yeah, now let's do another one. Boom. Oh, it's like I'm a guardian and I can pop a symbol on people from 1200 range. Without going downstate myself. Oh. What a force to be reckoned with. Peter is mad at WP. What? Why would Peter be mad at me? Do the entrants for your competition have to be videos? I made a really long article for the website I work for, which has plenty of viewers. I made it all about POF and why people should play. Can I use this as an entry? Put it into a video format. Talk about your article, how it was received. Convince me that it did good for the scene, and that then you can be in the competition. But yes, it's videos. Sorry, I'm doing that for simplicity. As arbitrary as it will be on your end to make a video discussing it.
You're the best. Look at this crystal. Oh, it's incredibly beautiful. I'd love to study it.
It was clearly the Mordrum's focus here.
But why? What is its significance? What does it do?
Something isn't right. Why are the signs of Mordremoth's presence still so pronounced? Oh, this is no good. I can do some archaeological research on this crystal. But if it was the focus of those things... Here, try something. Touch the crystal. See if you can utilize its magic to cut off Mordremoth's influence.
By the way, this is the last time you'll probably watch us capturing the Lost Precipice on stream, probably. All right, a couple of questions. 1891 says, I am a new player that wants to do Fractal / raids mainly. I want to play support, but I'm not so keen on the Druid spec. Do you think Revenant or Scourge will be good supports in the upcoming expansion? I hope that Scourge will be, and it's clearly trying to be. People think that it's pure barrier. It's not pure barrier. Another change with this patch, right? The signet change that lets you keep your signets while in Shroud. Do you guys appreciate what that means for a support Necro that dips into Shroud? Not Scourge, because you don't get Shroud, right? But that dip, like Matthias, right? Where you can now draw Condis. You can like double dip. It's amazing. It's really cool because we're on the signet and the other thing. You can just put any Condi heavy raiding counter that ever exists. That would be really strong. Anyway, I taught myself off topic. Scourge is trying to be a good support. It's barrier. It also has transfusion and some other stuff. So hopefully it will be okay as one. People are pessimistic right now. I don't blame them for being pessimistic. I like to see the silver lining though. As for Revenant, sorry, in the next, no, I don't think Renegade on any level is trying to be a support spec. I don't think Revenant is like offensive support, but so is they've been saying that about Firebrand as well. But like for a Healy support guy, no, what you've got to understand in Guild Wars 2, everyone's supporting everyone all the time. Very few builds are raw DPS builds, and when they are, they're declared very selfish. And some of them do exist, and there are spaces for those. But a lot of people are like helping and so forth. So yeah, what's the crystal supposed to be? I don't really know. They never explained it well enough. Resistance Fox says, no offense, but not everyone giving feedback is just rushing and doing it without thought. People can give feedback even if you don't agree with it. I know. I never spoke so immaculately about the scene. I never said that there's never been any good feedback. Of course there's been good feedback, but I'm saying the majority of the time you get unsubstantiated, whiny, negative comments that basically boil down to, I didn't get buffs and I'm mad. That's what the majority of what you see when a balance patch comes out, and it's uncalled for. And people calling for devs to be fired and stuff like that. And I would also say, I put myself in the same camp, most people don't know what they're talking about with balance. Those are the statements I'm making. I'm not saying everyone who's dared to be critical about this patch is wrong to be. And I'm not saying every piece of criticism that's been levied at this patch is wrong. I'm not saying either of those things. I would never say either of those things. To think so immaculately about stuff is folly. But I'm saying, generally speaking, yes, the community dismays me when a balance patch comes out. Yeah, so Rev does have Ventari stuff. By the way, if you're new and you're gonna be doing a lot of fractals, I think the hardest fractal carry support is Auramancer by a long way. But that's just me. All right, lay a hand upon the crystal. The crystal pulses seem to respond to your touch. Somehow, you sense that a mystical connection is forming between your guild and this location. Will you accept the link? Bind to the crystal. This is so dramatic. Biggest problem with Heart of Thorns right here. Look at that. Oh, it feels so good, right? You expect some big cutscene or something, and no, you just get an error message and told to leave. Will social awkwardness affect barrier, making the amount of barrier given lower? I don't know. That's an interesting idea. Maybe. Nike says, a lot of people are so myopic in their criticism, they are unaware of a lot of changes of prep for the expansion. Why did you nerf my PvE, Ellie? Because of Weaver, people can't see past their own noses. Yeah, I think a lot of people can, and that's what Resistance Fox is trying to say. He's trying to say, hey, look, some of us, we have put thought in. And a lot of people do, by the way. Like, it galvanizes the community in a real way, and people are very passionate about what they say. So if you're sitting there, as I suspect, I mean, Resistance Fox is a perfectly intelligent, sane guy, right? So as I suspect he probably did, he may have had some big wall of text he's posted or something. If you're sitting in that situation, you'll hear me and hearing me on this stream being angry at people. It's not people like that frustrate me. You know, walls of text of discussion about changes of the game are good and they're worthwhile. But I think that also if you type a wall of text, you've got a very high chance of showing how narrow your experience of the game is or how broad. And that's useful as feedback. Like I said, nothing I've said today is a blanket statement that everyone's an idiot. I would never say that, ever. About anything, seriously. I think that's just insane. So hopefully individuals don't feel slighted here. But the general just like attitude that seems to pervade the community. It's not just Guild Wars 2 either, by the way. It's just the internet. It's just people online. It's just self-interested individuals who will only look at the raid scene, or who will only look at the PvP scene, or who will only look at the world versus world scene. Or we'll just listen to what someone else said and then just bandwagon on it. Because they like getting angry. Have I got some sleep? Yeah, I've had plenty of sleep. Plenty. I'm hoping Resistance will drop a message here in chat. I'm scared he left it and ran off because I'd annoyed him too much. What are we doing? Well, okay, so by the way, I always love doing this. This is really crazy, by the way. So there's still 2,000 decorations in this hall. There are still 2,000. It's just that they are set to the height limits and stuff for the Gilded Hallow instead. So we get this really bizarre scene where they're just sort of all over the place. Like that Oak Heart Essence, that's the actual, that's the ground floor of the start of the hall before, I think. Or maybe it's even lower down. So it's really peculiar, isn't it? It's really, really, really odd. But I always love doing this moment. So Fox is there. He says, I think a huge reaction to Necro was just an added thing of multiple balance patches. Yeah, and I contributed to the Necro thing. I set people up to think that there was going to be some kind of worthwhile thing for power, and there wasn't in the end. And I'm at fault for that. You know, I can't sit here on a pedestal and say, oh, how dare you be angry about Necro, after I encourage people to think that there was going to be improvements to it. You know, that would be totally wrong of me. And as I said, I left a comment on a Reddit thread about that. I love UWP and this community no matter what. Thank you very much. I had a donation. Did I have a donation? What? Who donated to this random stream? Oh, 100% Magic Fund. Dude, you're so generous, man. So often when I get a donation, it's 100% Magic Fund. Thank you so much, man. So you're doing this presumably because you want a good answer to this question. What do you think of the new changes to Guardian? It seems like they're really ramping it up to be a support class, which I'm very excited for. Also, have you seen the new weapons armor on Dolphy? Which one is your favorite? Mine is the Scourge's Torch. No, I didn't see it on Dolphy. I looked at it in game like anyone can. And you probably should, because you can actually get... you can twist the animations and things. You can look at it a little bit better. Yeah, I think that if it does properly go support, it'll be very cool. I don't know whether they'll succeed it. I don't know how well they're angling for it. We shall see. And by the way, I'll reiterate to something I said before. It looks like there probably will be more core balance coming because Earth Ellie still doesn't have barrier. So I'm sure that they've got more changes up their sleeve for as soon as it comes out. How is Guild Wars 2 these days? I haven't time to play in ages. It is of my opinion, after 10,000 hours and in this game, 6,000 hours in the first game, and 9 years of my life as a player, 7 years of my life as you know, someone on the internet who talks about the fucking thing. It is of my opinion, from that perspective, that the game is actually at the best it's ever been. And there will be cynics out there that saying, oh no, he's just saying that because he wants people to buy the expansion. That's not true. I really do believe, I believe that before any of this Path of Fire stuff started coming out. And especially some of the smaller changes that have come recently. I really do believe the game is at the best it's ever been. All right, so let's wrap this up. You guys in chat get to vote now. Oh, what's this? Warden Adian said something, but I can't see your message, dude, because Twitch is annoying. Hey, WP, I just wanted to say good on you for mentioning the Twitch Prime and the partnered links more. You work hard, and damn it, you should get paid for it. Thanks again. Yeah, but I don't like it because it seems so snooty. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. I don't know. I don't like watching streams where people go on about that stuff all the time. I don't like it. So, and I've always lived by one rule, make what you want to watch. And I don't like watching that. I don't know. It would be nice to have a bit of stability in those areas of my life. Anyway. We're doing it as we speak. We're going to vote, guys. What is the last theme? So, I'm going to wipe the hall here. We might crash out. I don't know whether they've fixed this or not. Oh. Oh, we're trying, but it's not actually going away. It's not, oh, hold on. It's because we need a new map. Hold on, let's load into this one. So how will the free weekend work? Can any level go to the Crystal Desert? And do they get leveled up to 80 temporarily? Not sure how it will work. Yes, that's exactly true. Listen, guys, again, and you don't have to use my link or anything like that. Tomorrow it's the demo, but anyone can play. You don't need to buy the account. You don't need any existing characters. You don't need dick all. Anyone with an internet connection can play this for free tomorrow. And they'll just get in, they'll be straight in on the demo, and they can enjoy it, and they can see whether Guild Wars 2 is the game for them. If my competition doesn't do anything to grow the scene, this is your opportunity to tell people and be like, hey, do you want to try out this MMO? There's literally no cost to these people. You don't even have to download all of Guild Wars 2 because the streaming client is a thing. So it's not like you have to download this enormous thing. You're just gonna, they'll just get the demo thing. It's so quick and easy. Just tell someone about it and be like, yo, do it. And they can make a free-to-play account and they'll do it. It really is that simple. And all your favorite content creators have little links that if you use, it helps them out if you do something like that. But that's sort of not the relevant part. All right, all the balloons are gone. Okay, seriously. All right. I feel very aggressive in my tone today. I'm actually quite at peace with the world. I'm feeling pretty good. Okay, so what do we want to do here? Are we going to do just like one giant crazy theme? I'll tell you some of my favorites. I loved the magical forest. I love it whenever there's tons of decorations everywhere and you can't even really recognize the hall anymore. I think the magical forest was probably the best one we ever did. The igloo theme with all the snowy, you know, giant igloos, and it was all blue and it was precious and beautiful looking. I think that was a really awesome theme too. And probably over the years that we've been doing this, or year mostly for the themes, I think that was the one I was most upset at getting trolled, because that one was really good. I think if that was truly auteur and just like 2 or 3 people did the entire thing, it would be amazing. But when people came and deleted chunks of walls just to drop random shit, like someone did a tower of just blocks all the way, and it's like, what is that? Like, when stuff like that started happening, I think that was really unfortunate. But that was a really cool looking theme. Balloon theme was probably our worst theme, which we just did here. Floating Islands was pretty cool, and a Floating Islands theme on this one might be interesting, but I'm not sure how much so. And we just got a ton of other stuff now, guys. We've got tons of stuff. Let's look, for example. Globes of Whispers. We now have tons of them. We have 10 at least, and we could build 16 more. 26 Globes of Whispers. Can I just remind you how big this decoration is? All right. I'm going to swallow Sophie Hen there. Look at, we can have 26 of those. I don't know what we do with them, but they're bigger than buildings. All right. Also, probably the last big, well, the balloon project was a big one. So balloons, we got tons. I don't know whether anyone cares to use them, but we got at least 100 of every variety. But gold walls, right? This was a lot of scribing work and a lot of money put into the guild. Gold walls, we now have 100 of these. So you can just build like a lot of stuff with gold walls. You could surround in everything here. We also have the underground theme. You know, where we box everything in with Super Adventure Box stuff. People are already decorating. There's no point. I'll be removing that all later. So anyway, so I'll just add those. The other thing is a fractal theme, but we don't... well, we do a lot of fractals. Oh. What's it called? Shard? Ocean? Maybe ocean? Yeah, here you go. So we got tons, but not quite enough, really. I mean, I could scribe more up, but not quite enough. We need more people doing challenge modes, I think, for this, actually. Which is a bit unfortunate. Ever since I stopped doing challenge modes, I think this dropped down a lot. I don't know how many Spud players actually do challenge modes and really engage with that stuff. We do a lot of raiding things, but yeah. We got all the trophies. So there you go. Look, we got a lot of stuff, okay? We got the most we've ever had. This is the big bonanza at the end of Heart of Thorns. What theme do we go? So, what have we got? Snow. We got magical forest. I won't add balloons. Halloween. Winter's Day. Or just sort of a... See, and what I kind of like the idea of is an anything and everything. Just make really cool looking stuff and go crazy with it. Hit global cap and just make a really awesome looking haul that we curate a little bit. Sometimes things will get deleted to make it look better and so on, so on, so on. But there you go, guys. There's the straw poll. Just go vote and let me see what people like. I've left 5 options on it. 6 options? 5 options. 5 options. I have not voted. And we'll see. End of summer beach party. Killchain, do you still hope to make a Spud 2.0 to properly capture and build up the new hall? I love the idea. I have not talked to the Games Masters yet, but I do love the idea, and we'll see whether people are excited about that. That could be really cool, I think. And solve an issue we've got where this guild is always 500 out of 500, but with people that don't really play that much or come to events that much. Since now we got the Ascended Jewels, did your gold investment pay off? No, it didn't. Because there's only a sink for 21 of them in the entire game right now. There's only a sink for 21. So Junolai Electrum ingots are not worth much. If the expansion adds a lot more sinks for gold ingots and silver and mithril and platinum and stuff, we might see those investments pay off. But for now, Junolai chests is not as wealthy as I would like. We should build up our bookshelf stock and make a library theme one day. That's a cool idea. That's quite tricky to do, by the way, because it's all leather for books. And leather was very pricey for a long time. All right, so it's a fight between the magical forest and anything and everything. All right, so I guess we will do... I guess people want to return to the magic... Let's do the magical forest again, but obviously we won't have it look exactly the same. Let's redo the magical forest then. Let's redo the magical forest. That is the final theme. That was our favorite theme so far. I think it was certainly my favorite theme. And we'll filter in a lot of these new things as well, right? We got lots more plants. We got lots more lattice. We got lots more fun stuff like that. Fountains and so on and so on and so on. So we will do that. We will do the magical forest 3.0 actually, because we already did 2 of them. And if you like the idea of the 6 gods, you can do areas and stuff with that. I can't believe we've got 666 people watching this nothing stream. But there you go. So that's what we'll do, guys. I will now enable decorating for everyone in the guild. And you can go nuts. If you're in Spud and you've got friends in Spud, please do tell them that this is up. And I'm really excited to see what you guys do in the next 5 weeks up until Path of Fire releases. What am I doing here? I'm messing this up quite badly. So ranks... No, that's history. Ranks. So, sprouts can now... Oh, they could decorate anyway. Decorate anyway. Can decorate anyway. The only thing you won't be able to do is the arena because we're going to be hosting an event there later. So, there you go, guys. Cade says, judge me. I want to be torn down by WP. Okay, alright, look. Well, you're a short man, aren't you? So... That's a bit of a problem. I actually kind of like the way you look, to be honest. I like the torch. I so rarely see people running the torch. And I like an owl called Iron. That's kind of cool. I like that. Oh my god. Make a shrine to Balthazar. That's the best rip I could do. I'm so sorry. It's not even a very good one. Yeah, I mean, you guys can do that. So there you go. That's the theme. That's what this is. Thanks very much for watching, guys. It's going to be a bit of a crappy goodbye today. But feel free to check out some of those other people that might be on Twitch at the moment. Have some fun, and I will see you for the regular time on Saturday and lots of videos on YouTube. Cheers, everyone. I'll see you later.